Kyler Murray picks a sport. Find out if he'll play football or baseball. Who's voting on what tomorrow? And will you need an umbrella on Election Day? This is OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Baylee Bates.
And I'm James Myers. We begin tonight with breaking news on OU's very own Kyler Murray.
Kyler has answered the question we have all been asking: will he play football or baseball professionally? The Heisman Trophy winner posted the decision on his Twitter account just 4 days before he is due to report for spring training for the Oakland A's.
OU Nightly sports anchor Tevis Hillis joins us now. Tevis, this is a talker.
The Heisman-winning quarterback in a first-round MLB draft will no longer be a dual-sport athlete. Kyler Murray tweeted he will be fully committing himself to becoming an NFL quarterback. He made it clear that this was his passion his entire life and discussed he has started training for the draft. Now, you may remember Murray signed to the Oakland A's in 2018 and was awarded a hefty signing bonus. Coming up in sports, we'll tell you how much of that bonus he's going to have to give back to the A's. And James and Baylee, the NFL draft takes place April 25th, and right now ESPN is projecting he will go in for the first-round draft.
Thanks, Tevis. Oklahomans are remembering University of Oklahoma Regent Bill Burgess, who died Friday at the age of 62. OU Nightly's Storm Jones reports from Evans Hall on campus with more on Burgess's life and legacy.
Burgess was appointed to the Board of Regents by Governor Mary Fallin in 2014 for a 7-year term. And since his death on Friday, the state's political leaders have remembered the Lawton native as an Oklahoma icon.
It was difficult for us to go to school, and so we want to help kids, good students, go to school.
Burgess graduated from OU Law School, developed a software engineering company, and once owned the Lawton Constitution newspaper. Over the weekend, Congressman Tom Cole said Burgess lived an incredible life in service to his community, state, and nation. Oklahoma Attorney General Mike Hunter called him a resolute champion of civic and philanthropic causes. Senator James Langford says he learned of Burgess's passing while driving on a highway in Lawton named after him. He was a fierce defender of Lawton, a visionary for growing the community, and an endless advocate for Fort Sill, Langford said in a statement. Burgess was inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame in 2008.
Tonight is all about family and friends, and I have been blessed with both. New friends, childhood friends, I have been truly blessed.
And this opens up a second vacancy on the Board of Regents to be filled by Governor Kevin Stitt. Prior to Burgess's death, Stitt had said that he wants to see more diversity on the board. There's not yet been a timeline set as to when those positions may be filled. Reporting from the North Oval, I'm Storm Jones.
Thank you, Storm. The next Board of Regents meeting is currently scheduled for March 12th.
And with the Norman mayoral elections taking place tomorrow, OU students involved in the campaigning process are excited for the potential impact the results could have. Carson Ball, a current Carl Albert Fellow dealing with civic engagement for the university, says that if students want higher quality water, this election could help that cause.
We might see an improvement in our water quality. I mean, I think like 3 of the candidates have spoken about how that is an issue they want to improve for students because it is a constant complaint we've brought up and, other members of the community.
And voting begins tomorrow morning.
Norman voters will also decide whether or not to pass a school safety bond issue. Nightly's Jake Mammen has details on the school bond and the potential impacts it will have on Norman students, staff, and faculty.
Many Oklahomans still remember May 20th, 2013, the day an EF5 tornado demolished an elementary school, killing 7 kids. The terrifying moments like these are what put the decisions to address student safety at the forefront. Norman Public Schools recently proposed a bond that calls for significant changes to their schools. I spoke with the superintendent of Norman Public Schools, and he says the 2019 bond will benefit their students.
This bond, the theme behind this bond is providing a safe and secure future for all students in Norman Public Schools. That's our theme in this bond.
The bond highlights a handful of different needs, which focus on repairing and maintaining existing facilities and structural materials, fine arts and athletics facilities, and transportation. But the main focus is on the 16 schools that do not have Federal Emergency Management Agency or FEMA-approved storm shelters.
We're truly focusing on finishing out FEMA-rated storm shelters in our 16 facilities that do not have them. We do have them in 8 of our facilities, but there are 16 that we don't. So that's the primary focus.
Helen Green, a resident of Norman, supports the addition of new storm shelters, stating safety is what's most important.
I think the part that I am the most excited about is the safety aspect of it. I think we send our children to school every day to want them so that they'll be safe. And I think having a storm shelter is just a nice added bonus.
And despite the raise in property taxes, Green's stance will not change.
Absolutely not. Children's safety, you can't put a price on that.
If the bond passes, Norman Public Schools plans to have these projects completed within the next 3 years. Jake Mammen, OU Nightly.
Polls open at 7 a.m. For more information, visit www.normanpublicschools.org/bond.
An OU international student had to pay $20,000 or be deported. The student faced this crisis due to an outstanding charge on her bursar bill. Last Friday marked the deadline for the anonymous student to pay the rest of her bursar bill. However, thanks to the help of a GoFundMe page made by her friend Danielle Larios and nearly 200 donations, the OU student now has until March to pay off the remainder of her bill.
So we want to get across that the international students did not ask for this to be started. I did it because I didn't want to see people or even my friend be deported. So this is really important to them and me because I believe everybody deserves a fair chance at getting an education to better their lives.
So far, over $5,000 have been raised. Larios plans to keep the GoFundMe page open to help future students facing deportation.
Now, Baylee, this morning it was so foggy, I actually didn't speed for once.
And Taylor Cox is here to tell us if that fog is going to persist.
Yeah, guys, fog this morning, but this evening we have rain. We have rain to the southern part of Oklahoma here. You see the radar right there. And coming up, I'll tell you when and where we can see more rain tonight, isolated thunderstorms, and a warm Valentine's Day coming up, and about a cold and wet return for tomorrow. James.
And U.S. lawmakers are struggling to find a compromise as they face yet another shutdown deadline. Marisa Nuzzo is here in the News Center.
Thanks, James. Time is running out for the United States government to reach an agreement. Today, bipartisan negotiators were supposed to announce a deal to avoid another government shutdown at the end of this week, but no clear answers emerged. The first issue causing the stallout is the debate over how many undocumented immigrants can be held in detention centers used by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And the second is how much money should go into a border wall. If no deal is reached, 800,000 federal workers could find themselves furloughed again or asked to work without pay. And presidential candidate Senator Kamala Harris is publicly supporting the legalization of marijuana. In an interview today, Harris said she tried weed in college and marijuana should be legalized so more research can be done. Harris also said cannabis, quote, gives a lot of people joy and we need more joy. This stance aligns Harris with the growing movement in the Democratic Party to legalize marijuana. And politics have spread to the world of music. Singer-songwriter Joy Villa made a political statement with her outfit at last night's Grammy Awards. Villa was dressed as the border wall, complete with barbed wire and a Make America Great Again handbag. This is not the first time that Villa has used the red carpet to spread her pro-Trump messages. At last year's Grammys, she wore a rainbow-colored pro-life dress. And in 2017, she sported a full Make America Great Again gown with Trump embellished down the back. And the designer of Villa's outfits has made it clear that the views of his clients do not necessarily reflect his own.
Well, thank you, Marisa. And the Santa Claus of toy stores is looking to make a comeback after being absent for a year. Soon, shoppers won't have to look far to buy toys for their kids.
Plus, the FDA is looking to shut down supplement companies who have been lying to their clients. Are you taking one of these supplements? Don't go anywhere.
The FDA is looking to put a stop to supplement companies taking advantage of customers. Meridith Mulkey joins us now. Meridith?
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is cracking down on dietary supplements. The FDA sent out warning letters to companies that illegally market their products as cures or preventatives for serious illnesses. However, these supplements are not reviewed by the agency before hitting shelves. A study found that 800 of these products sold between 2007 and 2016 contained unapproved drug ingredients. The FDA commissioner says they will be implementing a new rapid response tool to alert the public of safety issues with these products. About 3/4 of Americans take dietary supplements regularly, contributing to the $40 billion industry. And McDonald's has a new breakfast item on the menu. Donut sticks are now available in packs of 6 or 12 and served with warm cinnamon and sugar. McDonald's is hoping adding the new food will boost breakfast sales, which have dipped in recent years due to competition from rival fast food restaurants. While McDonald's now has all-day breakfast, the donut sticks will only be served during regular breakfast hours. And could this be the comeback of the year? After closing more than 700 American stores last spring, Toys R Us wants to return to the U.S. Last year, the toy company fell into bankruptcy after a disappointing holiday season and had to liquidate the business. The store's former creditors are now running the business under the name True Kid Brands and are considering plans for a U.S. market, including brick and mortar stores and online sales. As of right now, it is unclear when the comeback will happen. Guys, I'll be really shocked if they can have a successful comeback.
You know, I can't remember the last time I saw a kid playing with an action figure instead of an iPad at the dinner table, but I'm hopeful they will too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Meridith. And last week's weather caused a free health test for OU students to be moved to a later date. Stick around for the details.
And Taylor has a look at today's weather.
Yeah, here's a look at Oklahoma City right now. We have storms coming up tonight. I will let you know when and where we'll get those after the break. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Here's a look at the snow in Hawaii right now. That's not what you think Hawaii would look like, but for this time of year, they have gotten more snow today than Oklahoma has seen all year, all season really. But for tonight, no snow tonight. We have some storms out there right now. Here is for 8 o'clock tonight. Those storms will be moving into our area around 10 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock, and will be moving out by about early tomorrow morning around 2 o'clock. So we could see some lightning with this storm. You see this light green right here means we could see some lightning and thunder, and the dark green right there usually means a little bit of hail. So we could be seeing hail up to 1/4 inch tonight. Here's a look at our future rainfall totals. Really about 1/10 of an inch is what we could be seeing for tonight, but we don't have to worry about snow because we will be above freezing here in Norman. Our lows tonight are 33 and highs tomorrow 52. So we're warming up just a little bit out there. 45 at noon tomorrow. It will be sunny after those storms, and 51 at your commute going home. So here's a look at your big picture. That's a cold front coming through right now into tonight. That's what's producing that weather. This high over Texas will keep most of the weather out of our area for Tuesday. And take a look at these temperatures on Thursday. We get into the high 60s on Thursday, which means it will be warm for Valentine's Day. 60 if you're taking an early dinner, 54 at 6, and 50s by the evening time. So look back at your weather. 52 is our high tomorrow. It'll be sunny and cloudy on Wednesday. Here's a look at Thursday. It'll be warm, but we are dropping temperatures for Friday and Saturday. So guys, we do have a warm Valentine's Day this year.
Well, that's even perfect. I mean, Valentine's is one of my favorite days, and 60s, 70s, that's like the perfect weather. I mean, everyone can go out in the South Oval, have a picnic. I mean, what could be better?
There you go, absolutely. It's nice to get a break from this cold.
Oh, for sure, and what can I say? What a better time, right?
Absolutely. Thanks, Taylor. Now, OU Health Services is rescheduling its free HIV testing due to weather-related conflicts. The testing will be in the Houchins room of the Oklahoma Memorial Union from 11 to 1:30 on Friday, February 15th. If you cannot make it that Friday, Goddard Health Center offers HIV testing every day.
OU men's basketball is in action tonight in Waco. Tevis Hillis is here to tell us more. Tevis?
While the men look to snap their 4-game losing streak tonight, there's some good news today. Kyler Murray will be pursuing an NFL career. We also have how much he has to give back to the A's and his stats. Sports is straight ahead. As we told you at the start of the newscast, Kyler Murray is NFL bound. Murray changed his mind after signing to play baseball with Oakland A's last year. He was awarded a $4.6 million bonus. He received $1.5 million while playing for OU. With today's announcement, he will be returning at least $1.2 million to the A's. In his tweet, Murray said football is his life dream, and his choice to go to the NFL may pay off financially. Murray's stats are better at this point than last year's #1 draft pick, Baker Mayfield. Murray threw over 3,500 yards, had a 70.6% completion rate, and averaged 12 yards per attempt. While the women's basketball team didn't get the outcome they wanted against Kansas State, they played for a great cause. The game on Saturday was a benefit night to raise money and awareness for breast cancer. The team and the crowd dressed up in pink with the players escorting fighters and survivors onto the court before the game. They look to take on Kansas on Wednesday at 7 right here in Norman. The softball team had a great weekend out in Phoenix, Arizona at the Grand Canyon season opener. The ladies played 5 games and ruled all of them. Starting for the first time, junior Shannon Sale threw a one-hit shutout. The first game here in Norman won't be until March 1st, but the ladies will have multiple games until then. The first Sooner Sports Pad of the spring semester airs tonight. Riley Casely from the men's golf team will be there. Lauren, what else is there to look forward to?
Tevis tonight, Josh Calloway, Tori Johnson, and I will talk softball, tennis, and more OU spring sports. In addition to our special guest, Josh and I will debate where Kyler will go as well as who we think will be the NBA MVP this year. Be sure to catch us tonight for the spring debut of Sooner Sports Pad at 7:30 on Fox College Sports Central. Back to you, Tevis.
Well, and we're going to move right into golf. The PGA Tour is still happening. And Phil Mickelson led the tournament with 19 under ties for the most wins on the course. Now this is his 44th PGA tournament win, and while he is almost 49 years old, he is still giving the young guys a run for their money. OU men's basketball could not pull themselves out of their losing streak. Texas Tech Raiders lit up the Lloyd Noble Stadium, beating the Sooners 66-54. While they lost the last game, they played Baylor by 20 points. The Sooners hope to end the streak tonight in Waco against the Bears. Former Kansas City Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt signed with the Cleveland Browns today. The one-time Pro Bowler was released by Kansas City after videos surfaced of him physically assaulting a woman in Cleveland hotel. Hunt led the league in rushing yards and was a first-team All-Pro section in his only full season with the Chiefs. Over the weekend, Bill Walton and Dave Pasch decided to wish a happy birthday to someone they didn't know. The candles were lit, and Dave decided to dare Bill to bite the cupcake. Candle first jokingly. Well, he decided to go through with it anyway.
Say happy birthday. What's your name in there?
Take a bite out of it while it's lit.
While it's lit?
Say, oh, I'm kidding. I can't.
He just goes at that candle. I don't know if my tongue's burnt, but his has to be.
I mean, I'm going to say that is not the right way to blow out the candles.
No, never. Come on.
Well, at least he's okay, right?
And it was a great birthday. Let's just say
happy birthday.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Tevis. Now, straight ahead on OU Nightly, we'll have another look at the 5-day forecast.
And it looks like a familiar genie and magic carpet will be returning to the big screen soon.
I'm Skylar Talal at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Officers responded to a shots fired call just before midnight last night in Oklahoma City. Upon arrival, no victim was found, but there were plenty of witnesses. Later, St. Anthony Hospital called confirming they had a gunshot victim, Matt Bowens, who later died. Erica Schwengels drove Bowens to the hospital and was later questioned and arrested for Bowens' death. Police said both Erica and Matt were involved in illegal activities at the time of the shooting. That's it for now. Back to the studio.
Thank you so much. And the live-action Aladdin film dropped its trailer during the Grammys, and Will Smith's genie is very, very blue. Take a look at this. Now, seeing Will Smith blue is a relief to many fans who are unhappy with his casual appearance in an Entertainment Weekly magazine from late last year. Disney has had success recently with several live-action adaptations of animated classics and hopes to continue this success with Prince Ali himself. Aladdin is set to release in theaters on May 24th.
Well, I'm sure fans are ready to see a whole new world, right?
Absolutely. Taylor, what's going on with the weather?
The weather this week, guys, it'll be warmer on Thursday, but then we're getting cooler as we head to the end of the week, and we should expect cool and wet temperatures for early next week.
Thanks. And thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.